Hi everyone, I'm Alonda and I am living on Zepbound. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, a little bit about me. I'm a 47-year-old school teacher and mother of 6, and I'm currently on a weight loss journey to get to 150 pounds. When I started, I was 264.7, so that puts my journey well over 100 pounds to lose. To date, I've lost over 30 and I'm continuing to keep track to get to my 100-pound weight loss goal. So most likely you're on a GLP-1 medication. These medications were originally devised to help people with type 2 diabetes, but people like myself who are on the obesity side can now also utilize these medications. Now, just because you get the medication doesn't mean that the magic is going to happen. You still have to put in the work. And I've been on this journey for a little over 16 weeks, and I've had to learn that yes, the medication can work and can definitely help with my weight loss, but there are some things that I have to do in order to maximize that weight loss. So that's what we're here to discuss. What are some of the things that we can do to maximize our potential when it comes to weight loss? So my first suggestion for you to be able to maximize your potential on your weight loss journey is to create a tracker. Now this is my tracker. This is the one I created on Canva. I will link a copy of it down below. I would say just print it and write it because I have all these little crazy boxes to type in. Don't worry yourself with that. Just print it and then just start writing on it. But I keep track of where I am each week that I'm on my Zepbound. I also keep track of where I gave my shot. Now, this is different for some people because some of your GLP-1 medications you can take weekly, daily, some of them are orally, some of them by injection. So for me, I'm on Zepbound. I have several different spots where I can give myself the medication, one being around my belly, my thighs, and the back of my arms. For me, typically my thighs are my great point. I've even color coded this based on the medication that I was on. Originally I was on 2.5, so that's on the tan side. And you see down here I had to go back to 2.5, so again I put it in the tan. And then on the 5 milligrams, I'm here, yellow, and this is my next box. I'm really hoping I can get down to here in the same box. Yes, but for me, I can look at my tracker and I can tell where are my best injection sites. So that is the first thing I would definitely suggest for you. My third thing, which I didn't bring with me, is my list of symptoms. I've been able to track down where I give myself my shot as it correlates to my side effects. Okay, so giving myself a shot in my thighs has a different side effect for me than giving myself a shot in the back of my arm. Back of my arms give me insomnia. I figured that out. We're about to hit summertime, so I'm gonna test that out one more time. I'm gonna give myself a shot. Well, I have somebody give me a shot in the back of my arm, and I will find out if that statement is still tried and true. Shot in the back of the arm, insomnia. I've noticed that some people do back of the arm and they have no insomnia at all, and that's cool. But keep in mind, this is a new medication, and everybody's body is different, which is why it's beneficial if you can track your own progress. So I will link these two down below in the description. So if you want, you can print it out. If you want to actually get in there and play around, change the colors. These are just colors for me. I have ADHD, so I'm constantly changing stuff around. I even have one that's like red and black, and my ADHD be kicking in. But that's the first thing I would definitely suggest is get a tracker. Even if it's just jotting it down on a notebook pad, because that's how I originally started. I just started writing stuff down and keeping track that way. For me, originally, my injection site or my injection day and weigh-in day were Wednesdays, but the first little blip of shortage on my Zepbound, I ended up having to do it on Fridays. So now my injections are every Friday. So I'd write Friday, the date, my starting weight, and then once I weighed myself, my ending weight. Once I gave myself the shot, I would say where I gave myself the shot and what dosage it was, whether it was 2.5 or 5. And then eventually I took all that information, because I had like 6 weeks of it, and I put it into my tracker through Canva. And so that's one way I keep up. Side note, I get confused. I kid you not. It's like having a newborn baby. When people ask how old is your baby, and you're like, oh, 8 months, oh, 10 months, oh, 12 months, oh, 15 months. At some point, you start saying years. You know, my child is 2. You don't say my child is 73 months. My child is 115 months. But I know at some point, I'm going to stop saying how many weeks I've been on the medication, and I'll start saying how many months I've been on the medication. I personally think I might need to start saying it now, because I get confused. Your first week, you start. But that is not really your first week, because you started. So your first week check-in is actually the start of your second week. So it can start to get really confusing very fast. I've had that issue myself. So 1, find a tracker. I will link mine below. 2, start thinking about what you're putting into your body. Now, most of us will tell you, yes, healthy eating habits are great, and they are. So you want to start implementing healthy eating habits in your lifestyle, but keeping with your lifestyle. I'm not a dietitian. I'm not. I don't even play one on the internet or on TV. But I do know that if I eat 15 cheeseburgers in a week, that's not good for me. That's not good for me. So think about what you're putting in your body and start making those adjustments. The medication will help. Most of these medications are appetite suppressants. So you'll start to eat and your body will start telling you, hey, I think this is enough. And if you want to test it, your body could fight back. For me, I kept getting belching. I had sulfur burps. I would just burp, burp, burp. And that was because I was on my old habit. I was still trying to eat, even though my body was telling me, we're done. We're done, Alonda, we're done. And I'm like, nah, I still got a whole plate to finish. So I had to start making portion control suggestions. Plus, on these medications, you might get a little nauseous. Do you really want to push your body to the limits when you're already feeling nauseous? Don't do it. Don't do it. So making those little suggestions. I still eat out. I still live my best life, because this is a lifelong journey. This is me. I am not going to cut out certain foods for the rest of my life. That is not the lifestyle I want to have. I want to get to a point where I can enjoy the luxuries, the decadent, I can't even say the word, delicious foods, but without overdoing it and putting my weight at risk or even my health at risk. So, yeah, think about what you're putting in your body. Think about overall well-balanced diet. Meat, protein. For these medications, protein is a big one. Meat, veggies. Think about what you're doing. You know, everybody has a different mindset when it comes to food. Some people are vegetarian, some people are vegan, some people are, straight carnivore. They just eat meat. You do you. But think about what your goal is and how are those choices going to impact your weight loss goal. That's what I'll say. I know for me, I've learned how to take healthy snacks. So protein bars are real big in my new way of life. I mean, I kid you not. I am a protein bar girl now, because I'm getting, like this one has 15 grams. Where's my protein? This one not so much, but this one tastes just like a Snickers. So I will give myself one of these a day to eat, especially when I'm wanting some of that sweetness. Being on this medication has stopped me from wanting to eat super sweet, because I eat sweet all day. All day I'd be sweet, 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 sweet. But now with Zepbound, I want sweet, but once I get it, I'm over it. And this bar is actually pretty good for me. I can eat the first half, and then later in the day, I'll finish the second half. And there's only 170 calories in here. Yes, it does have carbs, it has sugars, but again, what in life doesn't? So we're gonna just start, oh, I'm not gonna eat anything in the rest of my life, or are we gonna start making lifestyle changes with the food that we put in our body? For me, I'm gonna make the little changes. So instead of a Snickers, which I know I'll eat the whole thing, I'll eat this, eat half, because the medication is suppressing me, and then later I'll eat the other half. Also, as we talk about nutrition, we need to increase that water. We need to be able to flush. Your muscles are being tested with the medications. So you want to definitely make sure your body is hydrated. I personally love this one. You can't even hear it, hold on. There we go. I was about to say it's full of ice. But I love these the coolest. This is my brand. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just advocating that if you need to drink water, which most of us do, this is a great option, because your ice will keep it cold for 36 hours, it's reported. But I know for a fact my water bottle and the ice can stay cold for 3 days. Now, I'm starting to wear lipstick, so I'll go home, take the top off, rinse, wash, and then put it back on, because I don't want to go the next day and I'm like, ooh, I know it's my lipstick, but ew. All right. In addition to staying hydrated, I've also introduced electrolytes into my diet, because these are a really good source of hydration, and it also helps go against muscle spasms. I hate muscle spasms. If there's something I could get rid of when it comes to this medication, it's muscle spasms. I've only had 4 during my journey, and most of them were because I wasn't drinking enough water. So I have now increased my water intake to about 80 ounces a week. Not a week, a day. 80 ounces a day. I can see the difference when I go to the bathroom. My urine is not this color. It is not that color. So what I'm doing is working. And again, when it comes to this weight loss journey, we're gonna have to put some things in place. So definitely think about what you're putting in your body and increase water. Second, or really third thing that I would suggest is to get out and get healthy. Come on, people, let's get physical. That's a hard one for me, but I know in order for me to be successful, I have to do it. I am baby stepping this, people. I am walking real slow to that finish line when it comes to physical activity. But I know I need to do it. So which one do I want to do? Lose the weight or stay stationary? Lose the weight, stay stationary. Lose the weight, stay stationary. So I know in order to achieve what I'm going to achieve, I got to do it. I got to become mobile. So think about some things that you would be willing to do. All through high school, all through college, I used to do yoga. Even through my first pregnancy, I did yoga. I'm going to start putting that back in. I already meditate for a few minutes in the morning, but I'm going to start just basic, just and do a full body stretch. If anything, I'm going to stretch the back of my thighs. I might even do one squat, because I don't want Ozempic booty. But do a little squat, kind of work small changes into increasing that physical activity. I am starting to walk, doing that, starting to learn to be consistent. I'm not consistent yet, but I'm starting to learn to be consistent. And that's part of a journey. That is a part of a journey. What are you learning as you go through it? Another key element to our weight loss goal is sleep. We need to make sure we give our body plenty of time to get rested. If that means going to sleep 30 minutes earlier, do you work yourself up to going to sleep an hour earlier? Do what you need to do. I know for me, I have ADHD, so I lay in bed and my brain just goes. But those times when I can shut it off, oh, it's a blessing. It is a blessing. I enjoy the days when I can just lay my head down and be knocked out. So try to get as many hours of rest as you can. I average about 7 to 8, which is why when I was giving myself shots in the back of my arm and had insomnia, it was torturous because I'd get the first period and I'd be a whole different person because I only had 2 to 3 hours of sleep. So definitely try to give yourself a little extra rest time so your body and the medication can do what it needs to do. So overall, I am also promoting a change in your lifestyle. Most of us are spending a nice chunk of money to be on these medications. We are investing in ourselves and in our health. And with that being said, we don't want to take it back. You don't want to find out you spent $5,000 on medication to make you lose 50 pounds just to turn around and put it back on because you're not being consistent. So come on, people. Let's be consistent. Let's take these small little tools, tracker, eating healthy, drinking water, physical activity, and make it all into a lifestyle change. We got this. One day at a time, one step at a time. Like I said, that physical activity, I'm baby stepping to it. I will put some helpful resources down below. And yeah, I'll see y'all later. Hopefully in a year, I'll be like, oh my gosh, is that even the same woman? Yes, hopefully that will be me. If I can do it, you can do it. Y'all take care.